Hey, what's up guys, Wallen Customs here, and today we're going to do a fun video today. So basically, about a week ago on the ACBA Facebook page, I saw somebody by the name of Toy Wally. I'll have his picture up right here. Follow him on Facebook or Instagram. He's really good, a lot of cool stuff on it. But yeah, he actually took off the armor off this Build-A-Figure and put it on this Hulk right here, which I like a lot actually. This is my favorite Hulk figure. I have all the Hulk figures out there in my opinion. I think it looks pretty cool. And I just want to do that right now. But first, to do that, you have to take off all the armor. So not all the armor is easy to take off, like the helmet's easy obviously. You can take this off pretty easily. But there's some other stuff you want to take off, maybe over here, over here, over here. Even getting this off might be a little bit troublesome. Getting the... yeah, this is pretty easy actually. So yeah, we're going to show you how to do such things. What it does, what you have to do basically, maybe you have to pop the hand out. If you can't pop the hand out by just pulling on it, then you're going to have to heat it up, obviously. So we're going to do that right now, and I'll show you a step-by-step how to do that, just in case if you guys don't know about the boil and pop method. So you could learn something. And you can apply that to many other figures, obviously, if you want to do some kit bashing and stuff like that. Alright, so we are heating up a pot of water right now, and I'm going to have to say this, of course, because we want everyone to be safe. So if you're too young to do this, or you never did this before, always ask an adult, someone older to help you out, supervise you, because you don't want to hurt yourself or burn yourself. But right now I'm using a pot right now. This is actually my dedicated pot for always doing the boil and pop method for toys, because you can have plastics all over the place. You can see sometimes on the sides you have plastic that melt a little bit, and you don't want that. You don't want to be cooking with that, so always have something dedicated specifically, because there can be plastic, chemicals, and stuff like that going in there. But alright, so let's take Hulk. You get it to a nice temperature right now, and we're going to focus first on the hands. And usually if you have something bigger it might be easier, but this should be fine anyway. So let's zoom in a little bit. This should be good. Yeah. And it's pretty hot already. I could probably turn this off, but we're going to focus on this one first because it just has one right here. It'll be a little bit easier. So we're going to pop in the hand. And while you're doing this, always have like a paper towel or something standing by, because when you take the hand out and you want to touch it, it's really hot. So just protect yourself right there, of course. Take a couple seconds. I still have the fire on, so it should be a little bit faster. But yeah. And like I said before, you could use this method for almost anything, any other figure. Boil and pop. You want to do some kit bashing. You want to take the arms off, the legs off, anything. You want to take the pegs out between the elbows. You gotta heat it up, and you can pop it out. Alright, let's turn this off. And this is a pretty thick figure, so I'm going to leave it in there a little bit longer. Normal 6-inch figures, the smaller ones, the smaller bases, are a lot easier to manage because they're so small that by now it should have been done. But I just want to do a little bit longer. See how this goes. What do you guys think about this figure? It's not that bad. I like it a lot. But he's wearing all the Gladiator armor, so you could really use him for just so much sometimes. I do wish, like I said before, that you could take off all the armor. But there are some sculpted stuff on it, so alright, that should be good. Actually, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. If it's not, you stick it in a little bit longer. Alright, I'm gonna do this off camera. Alright, pop right off. Pretty good. Not even focused. Let me focus right there. So that one popped off right there. You can see the peg. It's pretty small actually. And now we'll just slide this right. Oh, you can't. Look at that. I thought maybe you could just slide it off, but it's actually glued on or pegged in. Oh, maybe you could. I think it's glued in. Alright, so we'll just... No, it is pegged in. I can't really tell. Alright, even better. So if this happens, what do you want to do? What we're going to do is we're going to put it back into the water to even heat it up even longer, because I'm going to pull it off, and I don't want it to rip or anything. Actually, it will probably be easier if when I'm pulling on it, I use an X-Acto knife to kind of just cut it off a little bit, you know, so I'm trying to do that on camera so you can see what I'm going to do, but it might be a little bit difficult. Alright, so it's right there. Try to focus. Focus. Alright. Alright, so it's right there. As you can see, it's kind of pegged in and glued in, so I'm going to take an X-Acto knife. Be careful, everyone. I'm just going to slice away. It's a little bit at a time. Slowly. You don't have to do a lot. Don't force it. Just do a little bit at a time. It's going to start to split, as you can see right there. It's a little bit at a time. If you want to, by the halfway point, you can probably pull it out. But we're going to have a clean cut to put this on the other figure. So forgive me right now if I'm a little bit out of focus, because I want to finish this. Be careful of your finger placement as well. You don't want to cut your fingers on your left hand. As you can see, I have two fingers right behind this blade as I'm slicing. So always go and take your time. Never rush anything. That's the last thing you want to do. Now start on the other side to be even safer. Alright, so try to get in focus. My bad, guys. Alright. So we're starting on the other side now. We're almost there. You might as well do this right now, because when you put it on the Hulk figure, the other one, you can't have that massive peg anyway. So there you go. So now, because that peg right there would still be here, and you had to chop it off anyway. But there you go. Now we have one done, and now we know what to expect on the other side. Most likely, that's we'll probably have one too to stay on. All right. So just to play around right now to see how this is going to look like. Pop this off, slide it up right there, and let's see, like that. Alright, now he has some protection on his forearms. Alright, so believe it or not, I'm about to do the next arm right here, and I was looking at the other hand that I did right now, and I saw how small the peg was, and I thought it would be a lot bigger, to be honest. I thought it would be a lot bigger, and so I haven't put this in the water yet, and I just decided, let me see. Comes right out. So I feel stupid, but we still need to do this anyway. It'll make it a lot easier to take this off, to heat it up and everything. That way you could slice like I did before, but you don't have to use the boil and pop method. Maybe you could use the hair dryer, but since we have the water out anyway, maybe we use it. See, you always learn things, you always adapt no matter what. Just always take your time, and yeah, you'll see what you need to do. Alright, now we are back to finish the job. So this arm right here, we're going to peel back this part and see how far it can extend back. Like I thought, it is pegged in, so I'm going to do the same exact thing. Actually, this one comes out. This one's a little more looser. I'll just tear it out. I tore that one out. Actually, the peg, it's not that bad. Look closely. I thought the peg would be a, whatever you want to call it, not a peg, but whatever. It'll be a little bit bigger. Let me leave that in because this one is smaller. It might actually benefit him having a little bit more padding on that arm. Yeah, it's pretty good. There you go. Alright, so the next part though is this. And I don't think it's going to slide right off. Let me take a look. Nope, it is sliding off. My bad. Alright. So this part was to slide right off. Nice. slide this up like that. It's a little loose because he doesn't have the same size arm as the other Hulk, but it's bearable. Now I don't want this stuff to be on him permanently, so I'm not going to modify it anyway. Yeah, looks kind of big. Or maybe what I could do is cut these straps, right, over here, shorten it, and then glue it back on to be a little bit more firm. I might do that. But we have the bulk of it done, which is nice. Now, what's next is probably this part. Now, what is the best way to do this? I was thinking of heating it up, and this, so it gets really soft. That way you just slide it down. Because I don't think I guess I don't even can. No, it's coming down. It's coming down. Oh, never mind. Slowly. So you can get to his thighs. It's a little too big. Alright, so I'm going to heat this up to make it a little bit softer, and we'll pull it down. Alright, we got it off. Now, let's try somehow to get this on him. Man, I don't want to cut this open. But I don't think it's going to fit, because his legs don't go in. All the way. I would hate to warp or... Alright, it's going on. It's not the most prettiest thing. I don't like doing it, but it actually does work. Alright. So we got it up. So far, so good. His feet looks like they should slide right in. He actually might have bigger feet. But there you go. Alright, there you go. Not bad. We are definitely getting there. Alright. The helmet is probably the next thing I want to do because... Let me get it. Where's the helmet? I misplaced the helmet. The helmet is actually a little bit smaller. I mean, his head is smaller. Alright, so next up is the helmet now. The helmet is actually too big for his head, but it's not horrible, right? If you squeeze it in a little bit, it's not that bad. Right? Because this guy's head is huge compared to him. But what I like to do, so in this case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to heat this up till it's really soft, and then I'm going to run it under cold water. But as I do that, I'm going to squeeze it in, everything, a little bit, to make it tighter. And that way when you stick it in his head, it should work. Be a little bit tighter like that. I mean, this isn't that bad if you look at it like that, but if you just bring this in a little bit more, it might be a little bit nicer looking. Alright, so now we have it all heated up right now, nice and soft. It's pretty hot as well. We're going to squeeze it together a little bit more than usual. Maybe, yeah. And then we're going to run it under cold water. By doing that, by running under cold water, it's going to basically harden it up to where you have it, almost remolding it. So hopefully that worked pretty well. I'm going to squeeze it a little bit more than usual because I anticipate that when you put the head in, it's going to kind of spread it out a little bit more. So so exciting. You guys like my Captain America shaker? I have a lot actually. I have Green Lantern, Batman, Punisher. I got a nice Stormtrooper too. You gotta drink that protein. Get nice big arms, right? Alright, now we have the helmet. As you can see, it's a little bit smaller, flattened out. So when you stick it on his head, it's a little bit better. Now you could probably do a little more if you want to, I could probably squeeze it in totally like that if I wanted to make it even more tighter. But for now, this is not bad. But you get the gist of it if you really want to fix that. Alright, so next up now is this. Slide this in. Actually, I was looking at this part right here. If you slide it up all the way, up his arm, it really isn't that bad. It actually molds in, it fits pretty well. So you don't have to do any real modifications to it if you don't need to or want to. There you go. It doesn't stay now. It should hold for posing though, so nothing to really worry about. Now this part, slide it up the arm. I'm pretty sure I'll mess it up somehow. And this is a little bit too big as well. You could try to maybe bring it up higher. It's not bad though. Fits pretty well. Grab back the helmet. Slide it in. I might redo the helmet again one more time to make it a little bit more secure. But essentially, there you go. We're not done yet though, because he can't hold any weapons right now. And I will show you what I will do. But right now, I have him next to Thor. Alright, the next part I'm going to do right now, I don't know if it's going to work or not to be honest, but I'm going to try. So I'm going to take one of his hands, his right hand in particular right here from the SH Figuarts Hulk. I'm going to try to soften it up just enough so I could try to mold it a little bit in more, the fingers in more, so he could hold a weapon. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then, you know, we tried. But we're just going to do one arm, one hand that is, and see how that goes. Now I turned on the fire again. I really wanted to heat it up. I really want to get it nice and soft, extremely soft. So I'm going to let it sit there for a little bit. Alright, so we finished it right now. So this is basically how the other hand, or originally looked like right here. I could focus. Alright. Open hand, everything. And now this is the new one right here. I brought it in a little bit. We'll see how long it will last. It'll stay like that because if I keep putting something in there to spread it out, it might not be the best thing. But yeah, you know, he has a little bit better grip to hold a weapon. Right there. So we'll pop this out. This one in. This came off there. And put battle axe in his hand, or whatever. Like that. Alright guys, so that basically is it. You know, I think this is a pretty cool and fun video for you guys to see. Just having some fun. Why not tape it, right? Like I said before, this is my favorite Hulk figure, so I wanted him to have the armor on. I think he looks pretty nice. Aside from having the Avengers pants on, I think you wouldn't mind it, to be honest. Also, I like the fact that having your main Hulk figure be able to have the interchangeable armor is pretty cool. Of course, you know, the Mezco Hulk, Gladiator Hulk might be coming out, so that might be the best one. We'll see how that goes. But other than that, I hope this video was helpful. Like I said, it is your basic boil and pop method. You can apply this for anything, for swapping out figures, swapping out parts, that is, kit bashing and everything like that. You can use a boiling water, you can use a hair dryer, the same principles, you know. You just need to get those parts soft to take things off, whatever. But anyway, yeah, so that basically is it, guys. Special thanks once again to Toy Wally, or Wall, whatever you want to, however you say his name. I will put a picture right here, and a link to his stuff is below in descriptions. Go check him out. He has great pictures, great ideas, obviously. So special thanks to him for giving this idea out. Alright, so that basically is it, guys. Thanks for watching, and like always, comment, criticize, subscribe, do whatever you want to pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go to wildandcustoms.com. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I just realized his. There you go. Alright, there you go. And like always, comment, criticize, subscribe, do whatever you want to pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go to wildandcustoms.com. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Peace!